What's up guys, Darkdally here playing Ghost Recon Wildlands, and today I want to do something a little bit different. I know I say that a lot, but this is for real different. Yes, I'm at my range, and yes, I'm holding an SMG. I've gotten so many requests over the last few months to test SMGs, and then I think back to one of my very first Ghost Recon videos about 9 months ago, which featured this SMG and received a lot of views and a lot of criticism as well, when I posited that you could possibly use the MP7 in place of an assault rifle. Of course, I didn't know near as much about the game as I know now, but what we're going to do today is this. We're going to test this. I currently have tier mode on, so I don't know how this is going to go. What we're going to do is I'm going to do a couple little tests here, and then I'm going to take a convoy with this MP7, only the MP7, and let's see how it works. I mean, no one's ever tested this that I know of. What is an SMG bullet drop like? What's their damage drop off over range like? Is it possible to take down a whole convoy of Santa Blanca at a couple hundred meters with only a submachine gun? We're going to find out. Alright, so starting off, let's look at the parameters. I am in tier mode. I'm currently tier 3. Yeah, I know, I'm still tier 3. Once I got the bad news, I kind of stopped caring about tier mode as much, but there we go. This is pretty difficult. This is kind of the top level of difficulty of tier mode here at tier 3. And the weapon we are using is level 15. So that's actually pretty decent, because that puts it right in the middle, right in the middle between level 1 and level 30. So we have a mid-level MP7, and here's the setup I'm going to be using for it. I think this is really the best setup. That said, suppressor is, you can take it or leave it. For this test, we're going to do it with the compensator on, because I really want every little bit of performance I can get out of this thing, and the compensator makes a good deal of difference. It should help damage drop off over range, and it will definitely help recoil. So this is what we're running, the Comp M4 3-dot. 4 grip. Unfortunately, this is one unfortunate thing about the MP7 is we cannot put an angled grip on it. Angled grips are really good for SMGs because they help control that sideways drift when you do burst firing. But hey, this is what we're running. Now, I guess the first thing I'd like to do is test the bullet drop at 200 meters, which is where I'm at now. Now, I tested the snipers at 350. I tested the assault rifles at 250. I don't know how this is going to perform. So let's go ahead, let's take us a shot at 200 meters and see what we get. I'm really not sure, guys. We all use SMG sometimes, but yeah, how efficient would it really be taking down a tier convoy? Well, holy shit, that's not much bullet drop at all. I was expecting way more than that. I mean, that's why I moved up to 200 meters. Now, granted, I tested the assault rifles at 250. I tested the assault rifles 50 meters back. But that's where the very highest hitting of the assault rifles hit. This can't compare to an assault rifle, though. Let's go back to 250. But at 200 meters, I'd say that's pretty effective. The main thing I'm worried about with an SMG is damage drop-off over range. Now, we know that range does not affect bullet drop. I can only assume range affects damage drop-off over range, is the only thing I can assume. So, that said, I've got it... That's why I have the compensator. That's why I have the 3-dot. This scope is also, pretty good for the range stat. My thing is this. I'm not sure what the range stat does exactly. So I'm thinking it must be damage drop off. So I'm making sure to have that as high as I possibly can for this test. I do want to give, this weapon the best shot it can have at this. Let's go ahead and let's see. So this is actually the range I tested assault rifles at. And that right there, I don't need to pull up the compilation graphic. I'm not going to pull up the assault rifle one. That's its own series. But that right there, that's where the M4A1 hits stock. At this same range. Granted, this has a long barrel on it. But geez, that's pretty good. That is pretty good, guys. I did not expect that. Alright, so here's what we're going to do now. I want to get on with this. So I'm going to go to Quani Bravo. I'm going to turn off my mic. I'm going to, because I need all the concentration I can get, I'm going to take down the convoy in tier mode. And I'll voice over it for you and give you my assessment after I've done it and watched it and everything like that. All right, guys? So I will catch you in Quani Bravo. All right, guys. So here we are at Quani. Now, if you guys have seen my my combat testing videos, this is always where I do it, right here. There's a convoy coming up. It's about 2.8 clicks down the road. And I do this one because I can stop it anywhere I want along the salt flats here. I got nice straight shots, and the guys generally won't fire back unless I close to under a couple hundred meters, then they'll start coming in. I guess the goal is going to be to try to take it around 200 meters because this is an SMG, but hey, I got to be fair. If I want to compare it to an assault rifle, I need to take it at assault rifle ranges. And so it'll likely be between 200 and 300 meters out there. While I'm sitting here thinking, that's something I'd like to mention. One thing you'll see me do sometimes in my testing, I've started doing this recently, is I'll get out my binoculars and I'll put a mark on the road at a good distance, and I use that. I guess it's something snipers would do in real life, you know. You want some kind of frame of reference, and there is no real landscape here. Using a marker out on the road right there, that lets me know, sure, I can see the range when I target over the guys, but that's really going to help me stop the convoy at the right place. I'm going to try to do it a little over 200 meters. What we're going to do is I'm going to sync shot the driver, just the very basic thing, sync shot the driver, BDC the chopper, and they'll just stop it right there for us, nice and simple like. Okay, so I decided not to edit this down. Usually I edit this down and cut out all my misses so you just see the hits, just because that's just the best way to do it. There's no reason to waste your guys' time, but this went much better and much faster than I expected. So I'm actually just going to leave it here so you can see the full engagement, and yeah, you'll see all my embarrassing misses, but I'll tell you what, wow. Now see right here, these guys actually rushed me pretty quick, and I was a little worried, you know, in tier mode, enemies advancing on you, but this thing has incredible stopping power. And one thing I was noticing was that I was able to kill them with longer bursts than I used with an assault rifle. Even though this thing, like all SMGs, has a tendency to drift off to the side when you shoot. So there's the front vehicle already down. When I go to the rear one, notice the guys in the rear one are 260 meters away. And even at 260 meters, which is far out of, you know, normal range for an SMG, they're taking, it looks to be about 6 or 7 shots. So that, yeah, that's more than an assault rifle. And I would assume it would be so. See, I'm already advancing up on it now, because this is usually what I do when I get these guys who are now out of range. I'll go ahead and advance up on them, which of course I'm going to be close enough that these guys are going to rush me as well. But again, it took more shots than an assault rifle. But I gotta say, and I'll give you my assessment after this, I'm pretty surprised after this whole thing's over. It took more shots, but it does it so quickly and so accurately that this was actually more efficient. It really was, guys. Wow, guys. Oh my god, I'm blown away. I'm not even going to edit any of that out. Remember, I am on tier mode. I am at tier 3. I'm blown away. That was the quickest, most efficient, easiest convoy takedown I've ever done. This thing is crazy, crazy effective. I honestly didn't think it could possibly do that much damage to these guys at this range. Yes, it took a lot more shots per guy. I don't know when I'm going to voice over the part where I was actually taking it, and by then I'll have watched the video, and by now I've already told you, you've already seen how many bullets it took. I can tell you right now, I know for a fact it definitely took way more bullets, probably twice as many as it, you know, would with like an assault rifle like an M4 or something. But, did you see how fast I was able to put those bullets into the guys? I could do much longer, more controlled bursts. Even at over 200 meters, I was able to do bursts of what felt like 3, 4, you know, maybe 5 bullets here and there. And I was hitting them very effectively. Again, I didn't even edit any of that out. None of them even saw me. I was a little afraid at first because I stopped a convoy so far ahead. This front truck rolled up so far that, as you saw, the guys actually came out and started engaging me. And I was really worried about this thing's stopping power while I was helpless, prone on top of a rooftop in tier mode. But sure enough, this thing is incredible. I want to do more testing with this. Guys, this is obviously only the start to SMG testing in this game. I can't wait to go and watch this footage. And again, if you're watching this at this point, you've already seen me voice over it and everything. This was incredible. I will venture to say this was the quickest I've ever taken that convoy. And it's because I was able to do longer, more controlled bursts, and even at over 200 meters, oh my god, I'm really impressed with this thing. Guys, there's going to be a lot more stuff on this. I'm really happy because when I did the original video on the MP7 and I compared it to an assault rifle, again, that video got a lot of views, but it also met a lot of criticism. I'm proud to say that, sure, I wasn't completely right with everything I said in there. Hey, it was my first Wildlands video. I was new, but you know what? It looks like my gut was right. This thing is crazy effective. We're going to be doing some more stuff, and I want to try out some of the others as well. Guys, tell me what you think in the comments below. A lot of people have been do favorite SMGs and have been asking for SMG testing for a very long time. That said, a lot of you have your own favorites. A lot of people favor the Scorpion. A lot of people definitely favor the Vector, the P90. I've even heard a lot of people give credit to the MPX as well as the MP5. There's a lot of SMG lovers out there. we're going to be testing more of these. I did not think this thing would be this effective in tier mode. Guys, wow. I'm totally gobsmacked. Tell me what you think in the comments below. I really want to hear your input on this, guys. I hope you liked this one. This was great. All right, guys, it's been a pleasure. I'm Darkdally, and I will catch you all next time.